Hey, everybody. So we were talking tonight about healthy comfort foods. And I don't know what you think about when you think about comfort foods. It's food that makes you feel good, food that brings back maybe good memories from when you were a kid, or something that, you ate somewhere that was just really good. A lot of people, it's like meatloaf, or um, in my particular case, it's fried chicken. My grandmother made fried chicken. It was amazing, and I loved it. I actually talked to my kids the other day and said, "So when you think comfort foods, what do you think?" That was a little bizarre. One of them actually thought comfort foods was ramen noodles, and I don't mean the really cool kind that we do now. It was the 25-cent packet. But what she said was, "I just remember coming home from school, and we could make those really quick and talk to you in the kitchen while we were eating them, and the smell just still reminds me of that." So, comfort food, it is what it is. Now, one of the biggest comfort foods around is tomato soup. With tomato soup with grilled cheese sandwiches. How many of you love tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches? This is the kind of weather for it. And this is the kind of weather where you want to share our pressure cooker, okay? Our microwave pressure cooker is one of the most amazing things Tupperware has come out with in forever. It was one of the things that the first year I went to Jubilee, we got to bring one of these home with us. And I was so excited because, first off, we're going to start at the end. This is a great way to store your pressure cooker. All right, you take the clip off the top, you can put it down inside, and then you just put the lid on upside down so that you can put something else on top of it. Because if you're trying to store it like this, it's just kind of awkward. So just remember that. Take the clip off, turn it upside down. It's easy to store. Now, this pressure cooker, some of you might remember old pressure cookers, the big metal thing with the little thing that spun around on the top. I wasn't allowed in the kitchen whenever they were using that because I never knew if it was going to blow up or not. This goes in the microwave, super easy. It's not going to blow up. Tupperware made sure of that whenever they made it. They have so many safety features on here. There is a silicone gasket inside that keeps it from blowing up, okay? There is a little silicone button up here that will keep it, like this will pop out if there's a problem. Never had seen one, but that's what it does. And then you've got your pressure thing here, this little up and down, kind of like the thing on the butterball turkey at Thanksgiving, okay? So when this is full pressure in the microwave, it is up like that. And as the pressure releases so that you can take the top off of the pressure cooker, it goes down. So when it's all the way back down is when you want to take it off. So, and I will show you how to put all that together, because the other two things that keep it safe is the way that the lid goes on. It turns and kind of doesn't snap on, but they called it, you just line it up and turn it and it locks on. And then this locks on top too. This is not a handle, by the way. This is just the lock for the top. Do not try and pick it up with this. Not a good idea. But homemade tomato soup, super easy. And I'm just going to show you real quick. We'll put the recipe on the page. But so the first thing, and I'm going to open a couple cans, but I didn't feel the need to open all the cans, right? So you're just going to use 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, all right? And you're going to, our can opener, right, goes on the top, not the side, on the top, not the side. If you got it right, you're going to be able to hold it up. Those are heavy cans. And you're just going to turn it. Now, some people can do this really cool and they flip the can. I can't do that, okay? I'm just going to turn it. I'll tell you something else. I'm a little crazy, so sometimes I count when I'm turning it. And big cans like this take about 16 turns, but you hear a click. So I don't know if you can hear that click or not, but you hear it click, you just pull it open, and there you go. So you don't have any sharp edges. There's not a problem with anything. So you run your hand around the top. All right, so 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. And you're going to use some broth. Okay, that's just regular vegetable broth. We're going to put some brown sugar in there. And because we're doing healthy food, okay, this brown sugar happens to be a monk fruit brown sugar, so that it is healthy. It's not as sweet and everything as regular brown sugar. And then we have onion and garlic. Now, I already cut up the onion and the garlic. And the best thing about one of our choppers is you can do all that together. I don't have to stand here and chop up the garlic into little pieces and then chop up the onions and cry and get all upset about that. All right, I'm just gonna put it in here and I'm gonna set it down because that works well for me. And set it because we want it really small for the soup, okay? I pull it about 10, maybe 15 times. Look at that. That is so chopped up. And that's the onion and the garlic. So you don't have to do it again. You don't have to worry about it. It smells wonderful, by the way, but I happen to love onion and garlic. So we're gonna take this out. All right, we're gonna put all this in here. So far so good, right? This is not, I was looking up the benefits of the pressure cooker. It absolutely saves time. It saves you money and energy in your house. And there is zero cooking ability needed. And that's so true. It really is true. Because all you have to do is follow the recipe and put it in here. So if you can make it in a crock pot or a slow cooker, you can make it in our pressure cooker. And the thing of it is, you're gonna put it in, let's say you're gonna leave in the morning and put it in your crock pot or pressure or slow cooker, okay? And you have to get up in the morning and get all that done. And somebody said one time, well, I don't want to use that pressure cooker because then I have to come home and do all that. If it's in my slow cooker, it's done when I get there. Well, you had to put it in the slow cooker at some point, right? So if that's what you did in the morning, put your meal in the pressure cooker before you leave for work in the morning or before you go wherever it is you're going. Same thing, except you don't have to leave it plugged in all day. You don't have to hope that the electric doesn't go out and it doesn't come back on, okay? You put it in here in the morning, stick it in your refrigerator. When you come home, pull it out of the refrigerator, put it in your microwave, okay? 15 to 30 minutes and dinner is ready. And I mean, I know I used to use a slow cooker all the time. And I would come home and sometimes if it was on low and it should have been on high, it wasn't ready yet. So I wasn't any further ahead than if I had never put it in there because I was still waiting another hour and a half or so. And if I had it on high and it should have been on low and water all boiled out, then it was burnt and we had to start all over again anyway. This, you are right there and it's not going anywhere. Now, that is everything that goes in here. The only other thing is we are going to take our, take our little chopper. We're gonna put our basil in here because I love tomato soup, but we also love tomato basil soup. And you just take some fresh basil, right? Put it back in the chopper, and again, you're just gonna pull it. I don't have to stand there and chop all of that or try the paste and stuff, right? So I'm gonna put some of it in now so that it cooks, and then I'm gonna save some to put as a garnish whenever it all comes out. We're gonna put it in here. Smells amazing. That's the other thing. Doing something fresh and homemade, it just smells good. If you open a can of tomato soup, it's tomato soup, but it does not smell as great as this does right here. Now, the only other thing we have to do is we're gonna put this in the microwave for 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and it will be done. And when it comes out, we're going to add half a cup of, you can use heavy cream. Again, we're doing the healthy comfort foods. So I'm gonna use half a cup of coconut milk and it just thickens it up a little bit, gives it just that extra little burst flavor. So there, and we're going to twist that. Remember I told you this twist on there? Twist right on there, and this handle, or not the handle, the clip snaps on the top and it goes down, it clicks down in there. Now, this is real. We're gonna put it in the microwave for 15 minutes. We probably won't come back to this, but we will do a picture of it once I add the cream and everything to it. And the best part about that is, okay, so if you want the grilled cheese sandwich, and we can talk about that another time because our micro grill is awesome. You put this in for 15 minutes. While that's going on, you get your grilled cheese sandwiches ready. You can butter your bread, you can find the cheese, whatever kind you want. You can do all the things. There's so many different ways to make grilled cheese, ham and cheese, all of those things. I like tomato in my grilled cheese. And you get that ready in the micro grill. So when you pull this out of the microwave, while you're waiting for the pressure to go down, you can put the sandwich in the grill, in the microwave too. And the sandwich takes probably about 3 to 4 minutes to get done. And you can have your sandwich ready to go when your soup is ready to go. So that's how we're gonna do these. And the reason that you need these, here's one more thing. I'm gonna leave you with one more tip for the pressure cooker. When you're done, okay, let's say you have your soup and now you have soup left in here. So if you're using a regular pressure or a regular slow cooker, you've got to find a Tupperware bowl to put that extra stuff in. You got to put it in the refrigerator. Whenever you want to heat it up later on that night, if somebody comes home late or the next day, then you have to take it back out. You've got to put it in another pan. So now you're dirtying dishes all over the place. You can take this pressure cooker and you can put it in the refrigerator just like this. And later on that night or tomorrow or the day after, you pull it out, you put it back in the microwave, and in about 7 minutes, it's warmed up to go, and you haven't dirtied any more dishes. This is all you have to do. This is recommended to hand wash, but that's just because of all the silicone safety features. So this is like, I seriously, one of the best things that Tupperware has made as far as quick and simple, money saving, and just great for this kind of cold weather if you're anywhere near where I'm at. But it's good anyway. In the hot weather, you don't have to heat up the oven or heat up the stove. You just put it in the microwave. You go do what you need to do for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what you're making, and you're done. So, Pam, I'm going to put it in the microwave, and you can go ahead and do what you're going to do.